TV stations. I tell you all of these things and others because I didn't do any of that without the power of God. And there's a lot of things that I can do in the United States Senate as a senator. Yes, I got into the race late because out of due respect to Senator Jim Bunning, who I had campaigned for and sang for across the state, until he decided that he wasn't going to run. But I got in the race because God called me into the race. He didn't tell me, testing, he didn't tell me I was going to win, but he did tell me to speak his voice. I asked you today, since I didn't get the hour to spend with you, testing, I didn't get the hour to spend with you, that Dr. Paul did. But instead of that hour, somebody turn the mic off.
Yes, we're having problems.
Testing. There we go. Well, no, we're off again. Now, well, just wait a minute now, sir. I sit down there for 1 hour. I don't get pushed off the stage because of time.
I'm asking you to
These
conclude.
people here will make the decision when I am to leave. They deserve to hear from me.
Go ahead and finish, please. Thank you.
This is America. And I believe in the Constitution and I believe in fair play. Now, if they don't want to vote for me, that's their business. But I didn't drive 90 miles down here to not be able to at least speak to you and ask you to look at my website. We don't need to make a left turn. We don't need to make a right turn. In this country, we need to make a U-turn to God. And if we do that, we can straighten this country out. And it means all of us will have to do with less. All of us will have to do with less. But just to attack the other people and say they're the problem is look in the mirror at ourselves. We are the problem. Only half of the people in this nation that are eligible to vote are even registered. Only 25% of those that are registered actually go vote. Freedoms we abuse, we tend to lose, and the freedoms we fail to use, we tend to lose. God has a very important message for us. And that message is to do His work.
We would ask our next candidate to come and folks.
Don't touch me, sir. If you touch me, you'll be in court. So that might be your mic. Take your mic back. I'll use my
Thank you,
voice.
sir. Thank you.
Now, before I leave, I'm not hurting my cause. My cause is God. Now, I'd like to ask you to step out of the way so I can...
Before our next speaker comes, I also want to remind everyone we're going to have another program here coming up, so we want to get to that. Please hang around for that.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
Move out of the way.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. Our next...
I want to hear from God. I'm sorry. This is a church. Let's hear from God. Let's go to prayer.
Well, actually, let's hear from our next candidate. Gurley Martin, if you would, sir, come. And go ahead. Would you please stand right there at that mic? We're asking you to do that. Thank you.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I'm not hurting myself. You're hurting your cause. Go right ahead and call the police, sir. Go right ahead and call. I'll wait. I'm perfectly all right with me. I was invited here, and I'm here. No, I wasn't invited here for 3 minutes.
Gurley asked you to step down.
You move out of the way and let me finish my speech. I'll step down. Your microphone didn't work. Your microphone didn't work.
We agreed ahead of time that each speaker would have 3 minutes. So.
No, we didn't agree to that.
We gave you 6 minutes. Go ahead, sir. Thank you. Go ahead and begin. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm kind of like Barry Goldwater. I get bad, but so I've got my little 3-minute talk written out. we as an almost free people of the states of this Confederation of States, we call united, must truly unite nationwide in revolution of and by constitutional deciders at the ballot box. Now is the time, 2010 is the year, if survival is our goal. Anything that is done can be undone. Health care, Social Security, all of it. Abiding by our Constitution as written, and as John Stephenson said, using the 10 Commandments along with the 10 Amendments, including all 10 of them. Yes, Gurley L is a firster through a tenther. He's a teabagger. I'm taxed too much already. Why not? We, the people, the states, and none other, are supreme. Don't ever doubt that simple fact. 2010 is a watershed year. We either take this country back this year, drive the people in power out this year, or just give it to them and walk away. We have nowhere to go.
That's all right. Well, you know, folks, it's great to come together, and nobody ever said it was always comfortable all the time. We got some big issues we're dealing with in our country, and I appreciate everyone coming out today, but we do have to have order to things, and that's why we have set the program up like we have. And Mr. Stephenson has asked to pray. I think that's appropriate. We should have prayer. Our nation has been founded upon the principles of prayer and Christianity, so I have no problem with that. I would just ask you, sir, to go ahead and have the prayer and respect the folks here. We do have another meeting coming up.
Thank you very much, and it's nice to be here with you today, and I am going to offer a word of prayer, because that's what this is all about. If you would, take the pulse of the person next to you. Just reach over and grab it. And Lord, in this prayer, I ask that each of these individuals realize that that pulse knows no ethnicity, it knows no race, it knows no political party, and it knows no faith. It is the pulse of the human life that you have given us. Help us, Lord, to pass a human life amendment to protect those rights of the unborn. Help us, Lord, to stand up for freedom for all and fairness to all. Come into the hearts of all the individuals of this Tea Party organization and help them to realize, what does it profit a man if he gain the whole world and lose his soul in the process? What does it profit a nation who spends itself into debt, into oblivion, fighting wars and meddling in other countries' affairs? Follow the teachings of Jesus and help us to understand that the greatest question we can ask anyone when we're given a question to answer is, what would Jesus do, and what did Jesus do? The greatest gift you gave us was the gift of love. And while I've stood my ground here today, that's the same person I will be in the United States Senate. A person who's not afraid to stand my ground, because you know something? It isn't me, it's the power of God. So as we leave here today, let us carry the power of God and your will in our hearts and in our minds, and do what is right, fair, and just, and protect the human rights of all human beings. God bless you, and have a great day. And thank you, Lord, for allowing me to give you this prayer.
We could all say amen to that. I did want to make sure we announce the Stop Obamacare rally and candlelight vigil, which will be this coming Tuesday at 7:30.